You know, I remember working with managers over the years at different jobs. Some of them were great managers, some of them were wonderful leaders, and some of them were horrible. And whenever I would encounter working somewhere and my manager was horrible and I didn't see a way out or anything changing anytime soon, I just positioned myself to quit. I quit. I didn't go in there and harm anyone and take my frustrations and my anger out on anyone because I had a bad day or because I processed their behavior as bullying, which many times it may have been. I just quit eventually. I made plans, I found something else, and I left the job. We live in a country where people feel like everything has to be exactly the way they want it to be or else. They want to do what they want to do. And if you try to tell them something else, they look at you like you're the problem. Mental illness is at an all-time high. And the scary part is people who have it oftentimes don't even see that they're the problem. So what I suggest people doing is, if you're not happy at a job, just quit. If you feel like someone's going to make you reach your breaking point to where you snap, it's time for you to go. You have a few temporary setbacks in your finances, but you gotta work on not snapping because you had a bad day. And what I can't understand the most is people justifying this behavior. You're justifying someone who just unalived somebody because she had a bad couple of days, because she had a bad couple of encounters with this person. We don't know the details of that story. Only she said the lady was a bully. Who's to say that was true? Maybe she processed it that way. Maybe she processed discipline and someone giving her direction and someone telling her no and someone telling her to go home because her behavior and her conduct and her performance wasn't good. Maybe she processed that as bullying. How do we know the story? And even if we did have all the details, you don't get to unalive somebody because you don't like them. Period. It's time out for that mindset because they're waiting on a reason to snap. And the way things have changed in this country, you don't even have to be over the top, nice, and going all out for people anymore. You can be respectful, kind, pleasant, but you do not have to go all out for people anymore, especially people you don't know. It's nice to have people around, but you do not have to do that anymore, because what I'm noticing is people process stuff differently. And your good intentions to them may mean that you're up to something. They don't look at you as helpful. They look at you as someone they can prey on or blame because they feel some type of way about life. And so be very careful with who you're generous to, who you talk to. I mean, shoot, who you even hold the door for. I just like, oh baby, I got it. You know, we live in a world where you got to watch everything, every behavior, because so many people are just one hello from snapping, and it's bad, but that's the truth. They're not all the way there upstairs. If you are somebody who you know is experiencing any kind of mental episode, schizophrenia, some type of mental problem going on, and it's visible, and you feel a way and you know something's not quite right, you need to text or call 988, the crisis hotline, to talk to somebody quick. Because what happened at that McDonald's should have never happened. That woman should have talked to somebody. Even if she didn't have family, she should have called somebody to say, I'm having weird thoughts. Social media is not the place to go, because in their eyes, everybody's a nutcase. Quit making excuses for bad behavior. We gotta stop making excuses for bad behavior. I mean, the amount of people saying the manager deserved this because she was bullying her. You are part of the problem. You're enabling this behavior. I mean, I'm sorry if people are losing that life and that life is not what they thought it was going to be. They grew up during troubled times. Their mental illness has spiraled out of control and they don't know what to do. But I'm sorry. Unaliving people because you had a few bad days and because you're losing that life and because you're unhappy with your life and your current situation, it's no excuse to go and take it out on anyone else because you're upset. And I really believe that we live in a country where people really feel like they're entitled and they can do what they want to do. And if and when someone corrects them, that's a problem to them. I really believe that this lady who unalived that manager at McDonald's, she processed direction, discipline. She processed that as bullying because she felt she should be able to do whatever she wanted to do at work and no one should say a thing about it. And these reality shows, Baddies, Zeus Network, all this stuff, they are permitting bad behavior around this world, around this country. They are being celebrated for acting like an idiot on national TV. And they are making it seem acceptable to just simply get up and fight for really absolutely no reason, simply because they don't like somebody. Imagine a person who's mentally ill watching this show and saying, if they can do it, then I can do it. If they can fight somebody, then I can fight somebody. I don't have to have a reason. I could just simply not like them and go handle them myself. It's time to stop celebrating buffoonery and bad behavior, period. It's time to stop accepting it and allowing it. The moment it comes around you, you need to remove yourself from it. You need to remove yourself from it. And that means watching it online too.